Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be an epic, fastest map ever featuring Scan and Leebokgu. This was broadcast on my latest Sunday stream, and I figured maybe more than 100 people would watch it and be excited about it. It features Dark Archons, Wraiths, Battle Cruisers, other stuff that we don't see very much. So go ahead, sit back, get a snack, and I'll see you at the end of this game. Next up, we're going to do the RJB replay of the week. Leebokgu versus Scan on a fastest map. Should be a good one. RJB is excited about this replay. Be sure to check him out at RJB TV. Search his channel name in the YouTube search bar. You will find more StarCraft content if you are wanting more. So top right on fastest map, whatever it is, it's gonna be Scan. We all know Scan. A lot of replays on the channel of Scan. He coaches Artosis. Is he still doing that? Bottom left, red Protoss, Leebokgu, who is an incredible fastest map player and really scary. And gonna give Scan everything he can handle here. I think Leebokgu is probably favored, but you know, in any one match, they're close enough to where anybody can win. Absolutely. Yeah, only 28 days in February. True facts, Pikachu. True facts. Second command center coming up before barracks. But it is, again, it's hard to scout out on this map. 2-gate opening, but Nexus first. So definitely both players going for more of a macro style play as, you know, for the opening. But the difference between a macro opening and an aggressive opening is not very much in fastest map because you can still kill people pretty quickly. Even if you go CC first, even if you go Nexus first. You have the ability to make units like this. And at the 3-minute mark, have a bunch of Zealots and a bunch of Marines out. And it's not a leap year, so we don't get 29 days in February. I believe that was 2 years ago or last year was leap year. Can't remember. 2 years ago, I think it was. Zealots considering where to attack. Did they just skip scouting the top right? Why would you do that? You were already there. Huh. Well, all right. Blue's talking. Yeah, he is. Can't tell what he's saying, though. I can't translate that on my own. Leap years are election years. Oh, thanks, Dave. That makes it easy. I didn't know that. Rah. Rah. Jumping in, jumping on. Marines. Maybe a little bit of micro, but they're just going to kind of stand there and take the side blades to the face. Look at Leebokgu microing, though. Up, attack, up, attack, up, attack. Beautiful stutter stepping with a melee unit, no less. That's not easy. Not easy for sure. Do you have a bunker to fall back to? Oh, the engineering bay might actually fall. Well, it's going to get paused construction anyway, but it's almost done, so that's fine. Pulling back for additional... Firebats up. Love that play here. Firebats versus Zealots are an answer at this stage of the game, especially. No! Firebat actually attacked something. Where are you trying to be? Okay, that's a good position. Only one Zealot at a time can attack you, but it's still very, very dicey. Oh, look at this, though. Making the Zealots retreat from this position. Notorious choke scouter and doesn't scout the full bases. Ah, okay. Fair enough, I guess. Zealot is really more for scouting than anything else right now. Trying to see how many command centers do you have. What's your supply depot count, I guess. And that's pretty much it. He's gonna die. He gonna die. Okay, front's got a bunker up. Zealots have to fall back. All right, so the early Zealot attack did some work, but didn't really do any economic damage, which is what you want it to do. if you're going to win the game. That said, Reaver drops are in the back pocket of Leebokgu. He was not just continually sending Zealots across to a situation that was not tenable. He instead going to go for that Reaver drop action, and we'll see how ready for it Scan is. Ready for this? Let's go. Double Reaver, shuttle, all the ingredients are here. Time to move. I don't know if attacking the front with the Reaver is going to be the greatest of ideas just because there's a tank there. Meanwhile, I missed a drop, bottom right, and we are going to try to Reaver the front. I guess if you have the shuttle, it's a little bit easier. Oh, like the Wraith. Love the Wraith. That means these Reavers are dead, but they got the tank. Oh, but more tanks. Okay, never mind. So Reaver attack done. The Wraith was really smart. We're still at 52, 50, I don't know, 54 workers here. And they both only have 2 main command structures here, so I don't think that did much of anything, if anything at all. Why don't more Terran players put 2 supply depots and a bunker to block off as opposed to an engineering thing? You mean like at your front door? More Reaver attempt stuff? I mean, okay, that was a really solid hit. Zealot's cleaning up what's left of these tanks here. Continuing to run on up, go after SCVs, go after missile turrets. Love that. Blockade with the supply depot and barrack engineering bay make a lot of BCs. $60 to 63 workers, both players economically even at this stage. I mean, everything's even at the stage for these players. So they've taken some hits. Scan's definitely been on the defensive, but he's been defending exceptionally well. Protoss had a hard time getting enough value out of that for it to be worth it. But once again, another drop attempt here. This time we're looking at, just putting tanks on the high ground, which you can do on this map. Excellent. Four High Templar, 4 Zealots, 3 Corsairs as an escort on a mission. A mission to destroy every single SCV that Scan has. Can he connect? Can he connect? The Marines say absolutely not. It's good storm drop in here, but killing Marines is fine. Scan is very willing to lose as many Marines as possible. Losing SCVs are what's going to lose him the game. So that was extraordinarily well defended. Having these Marines along this path, most of the dealing with drops is defense, preventative measures. Right, if you see a drop coming and you're trying to respond to it without having units in position, you've probably already lost. You've probably already taken too much of the hit. Oh, that Corsair doesn't make it out. Doesn't make it out. What you really need to do if you're Terran is make mass nukes. Yes. Mass nukes would be appreciated on this map. Scan, I think we should do it. Oh, Wraith Ball in it here. Oh, I mean, it's not that the Protoss is going carriers or anything. In fact, he's throwing up 3 more robotics facilities, but does actually have, I guess against the Corsairs maybe, the Wraiths are going to be awesome. The Wraiths have identified themselves, recognizing, okay, we've got more than just a couple here. This is a big old Wraith Ball we've dedicated a bunch of our supply to. Yeah, Race, I mean, pretty good at hunting down drop attempts, that's for sure. I still feel like Marines are better just for pure damage output as fast as they can against a couple separate targets, but man, that's a lot of shuttles too. Are any of them decoy shuttles? Nah, man, this is all, there we go. So Marines attacking and the Wraiths attacking, but not quite able to stop the unload. Pretty good storms. None of them get the main mineral line though, or mineral patch. However, and once again, couple SCVs die, 69, 70 workers here. His scan is pretty fine with that. And then the Wraiths can wipe out the shuttles now, too. And at least force Leebokgu to make more shuttles, which he probably doesn't want to do. It prevents him from making more, like, Reavers and stuff like that. But guess who's got another drop coming? Because it's Leebokgu. One of these is a decoy. And one of them only has one High Templar in it. So that's interesting. He's kind of playing the odds here. We'll see if Scan decides to mount any kind of an offensive. He doesn't really have the army to do it. He's super turtled up. He's got missile turrets everywhere. His front is bunkers and tanks on the high ground. He's got Wraiths patrolling. Right? Ton of bunkers in and around his economy. I mean, you can defend your economy, but sometimes it's a to what end scenario, right? High Templar gets a storm off. Before it dies, Zealot's going after, I don't know, SCVs, the armory, I suppose. Wraiths are very good. I like that he's cloaked his Wraiths so that the Zealots can't see them. Because, you know, don't want the Zealots attacking you. Ooh, does deny an upgrade there on the armory, though, so that's a minor victory at least. It's not a big victory, but it's pretty good. Mind control is on the way from Leebokgu. Alright. Some sneaky stuff is happening here. One of these drops he's going to have to mind control an SCV and get out of there, which is difficult. Just flying past. We got rid of those missile turrets. Unloading. Storm. Okay, decent storm there. Doesn't seem to actually hit these SCVs, though, strangely enough. That was the closest he's gotten to jumping on these minerals, but missed, I guess? I don't know. Either way, this is a nice little avenue for drops. All these turrets are gone. Corsair's killing Wraiths because anything that can hit Wraiths are pretty good against them. Man. Another drop attempt. There we go. That's the SC. Only 9 kills. 35 on that one, though. Okay, so 37 workers remaining for Scan. That was the drop. That was the one that he finally connected with. Finally killed a ton of workers for the Terran player. Going to force him to rebuild a ton of SCVs, slowing down his ability to make an army. Leebokgu is bullying at this stage right now. I mean, we are struggling here to stay alive. Siege tanks trying to keep these missile turrets on the other side of the wall alive. Not really working out for them all that much. So, ton of factories. Ton of starports. There is a covert ops. Yeah. Look at that. Working on ghost energy. So, could see some nukes. Using disruption web to a beautiful extent here, denying armor upgrades again with the death of that armory. I think that was air armor if I had to guess what it was. That was fantastic. Could have been tank too, though. I don't know. But hey, Leebokgu doing the work. Doing the work to win. Okay, once again, storming. SCVs, 21 kill. High Templar there. Down to 25 SCVs. Man. Got some high ground siege tank dropping, which is nice. Smash Stats in the house. What's up, Smash? Happy Sunday, man. Glad to see you around. Oh, high ground siege tanks. More annoying than anything else, I think, right now. It does take 2 storms to kill a tank or a Goliath. Ooh, 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 ooh. He's looking. He finds one. Did he get it out? He did it. He got an SCV. High ground Dark Archon. Snuck it in, and the shuttle was able to pick it up. Again, another dead armory. This one... Oh, it finishes. Oh, it just barely finishes. Oh, no. More high ground shenanigans, bringing Goliaths along. What a weird drop. Marine Goliath here. Killing a ton of shuttles, killing Corsairs. Dude, Scan, his economy was wrecked, but he's doing some amazing work right now. Ocular implants getting researched while we're at it, because why not? I don't know where these probes are going. I guess he's sacking probes for additional supply. But he's going to have available additional supply as soon as he gets his Terran army started, right? Which he hasn't done. He's like, you there, siege tank, kill my probes. Once again, it's another Goliath Marine drop. Oh, with siege tanks on the low ground. Intriguingly, it's an 8-kill High Templar, not doing too poorly. But the Zealots crushed that tank drop positioning. So he drops into an active storm zone. Leebokgu's like, nah. You're not allowed to drop there. Siege tank tries to get some kills off. Almost, kind of, sort of kills a Reaver, I guess, but whatever. Bunch of probes down. What are these probes doing, Leebokgu? They can't die down here, and they're not contributing to your economy either. What is going on right now? High ground Goliaths being annoying boys. Unload some Zealots to handle them. The impertinent fools. I mean, the damage of a +3 Goliath is pretty intense. The Goliath just ends up winning that. No big deal. Zealots! Are they really going to face smash here? Doesn't seem like the greatest of ideas. Ideas. Probe Holiday Resort. No kidding. Well, I mean, they're leaving now, I think, on a sacrificial mission, but they actually managed to scout what's going on here. Incoming with this scout, I think. The Terran stuff is in his main? Oh, yeah. So you got a command center down here. That's cool. He's floated a barracks above his mineral line, which is smart, too. So you can't target them if there's a tank drop that shows up. Speaking of tank drop. Also, yeah, Probe Massacre happening. Zealot Massacre happening here, too. Ow. Carriers trying to deal with the tanks on the high ground, causing all sorts of problems. King Nipper, what's up? Making 4 ghosts at a time. Scan's doing it. He's making the ghosties. Heard some ghost attacks there for a minute. Throwing up his own factories, making additional command centers for easy supply. I think is the plan here for Leebokgu. Tons of supply available in a relatively small footprint, right? Ghost reporting. Ghost reporting. How is it? Save your sword. I don't know. I've got a couple more replays to do after this one, so not directly after this replay, but probably in an hour or so. We've got a lot of replays today, and they are long replays that people are sending me. I might have to get screeners up again to screen through the best ones that are sent, because we only have so much time on a Sunday. Time is not an unlimited resource. So what do we think? Carrier tank? Yeah, tank's already on the way here from Leebokgu. Oh, right. And then CCs can float on top of each other and provide supply while they're in the air. Exactly. Exactamundo. Killing his own gateways to make room for factories here. But then Scan has arrived. Is he going to lock down these carriers? Tell me he locks down the carriers. Tell me he does it. I don't know if that's come through the production tab yet, but I don't know what else they would be here if they don't have lockdown. Cloaked Ghosts. Locking down a tank. Okay. Alright. And then all dying. Fine. Locking down one siege tank is neat, I guess. But I wanted the carriers to get locked down. Scan pushing hard here. 181 to 209 supply. Leebokgu trying to get up his own tank carrier army, but he's got tanks in his main base, which makes it really hard for that to happen. Is the anti-air sufficient to save these tanks from carrier attack by the aforementioned many carriers that are up right now? They've got +3, and +3. They're very hard to kill. There's some turrets here to defend against them. A couple Goliaths are getting some nice body shots off on one of these carriers, and they do manage to kill it. Lockdown on one of the carriers. Nice. Very, very nice. I don't know if there's enough anti-air. Like, we're doing work here. Good Storm. Great Storm Zealot combo to get rid of this entrenchment, and the Terran's getting pushed out. Getting really pushed out. Okay, tank down, take down. There are no tanks officially inside Leebokgu's main anymore. Instead, he's got them just outside the perimeter. More ghosts are here for more lockdown attempted shenanigans here as well. Ghosts do pretty well against Zealots. Not the worst against Zealots, I would say. Hey, what's up, Real Ultra? Happy Sunday. Glad you could make it. Lockdown, but if you can't kill the lockdown unit, is it really locked down? I guess it is, because it can't attack you either. But Leebokgu just got a huge swarm. Some, huge swarm of carriers. It also has some Valkyries here to defend while you're at it. Another lockdown, another lockdown. Just absolute chaos at the front door here. Scan trying to push through, using the interceptors well, target fire on the interceptors with the Valkyries. Trying to whittle those down, because without the interceptors, the carriers are obviously useless. It's sort of working against the interceptors, but they're pulling back. Not that many interceptors here causing problems. Another beautiful lockdown. While you're at it here, I mean, I don't know. What are we looking at? Maybe this can be our thumbnail. Lockdown carrier, Valkyries, tanks, ton of interceptors. Maybe we'll do an update. Carrier down. But tons of carriers remain. Remember, this is not just 3 or 4 carriers. This is at least 12, although another one dying. The sound of carriers dying does tend to cascade sometimes. Interceptor count doesn't seem super healthy either. Another carrier down. Dude, is Scan doing this? The lockdowns are coming super hot and heavy, but once again, you still have to kill it. That's another dead carrier. Another carrier. Completely toast. Valkyries causing problems for this interceptor count. Another interceptor goes down there. High Templar wanders out, tosses down a Storm Goliath, finishing those off. It's 200 to 184 supply now. Scan has the lead. Carriers move commanding in here and just dying. Wow, I don't know if that was Leebokgu surrendering or what, but he just... My goodness, that was something. Siege tanks here to defend against this ground-style army. Good storm on those ghosts. Lockdown gets tossed down on one of the tanks, but there are still a bunch of them here. They got 1-1 upgrades for Leebokgu because, of course, they do. What's the absolute insanity here? Good grief. $196 to 189 supply. It's just not a ton of army at the front here, but definitely more and more coming in all the time. Building additional starports over here is Scan because he doesn't have enough room inside of his main. He's got to set up his own secondary summer home there. This is turning into a bit more of a TVT than we expected when we started this replay, that's for sure. Tank count definitely favoring Leebokgu, but Scans have better upgrades by far, so it's just a matter of, can you get in range? No, stop wandering siege tanks into enemy siege tank range, Scan. We love you, but please stop doing that. And Leebokgu is able to pull back. He's doing fine. He's making tanks all the time here, producing as much as he can. He's got the ability to make up to 330 supply with the available command centers. What's up, Jedi Master? Some Moonwells as always. I mean, is this just, what are we doing here? Mass Wraith? Mass Wraith would be pretty good. You could probably handle... Oh, that's a lot of carriers all of a sudden. But you could definitely kill the tanks with them. Easily. What's up, David Jeremiah? Malazarte. Happy Sunday. Happy Celebration Day. What are we doing? More Wraiths? Just casually killing a little cannon grouping. No big deal. Yeah, no Arbiters today, Nibbler. You're right. Interesting. I don't know. I guess maybe we could go battle cruisers. Oh, he's going physics lab. This is definitely battle cruisers. And yes, Jedi Master, that totally happened. So tank carrier army for Leebokgu looking real scary all of a sudden. It's 300 to 150 supply in favor of Leebokgu. Sure, lockdown is nice, but sometimes there's just a million enemies everywhere. It doesn't look like a lot from Scan. He can't handle this for sure. Not enough energy. Lockdown, good, but doesn't last forever, and if you don't kill the thing, you just kind of took it out of the battle temporarily. Siege tanks killing ghosts. Yay, I got it right. I'm good at reading names, at least if they're in, you know, this alphabet anyway. Glad to hear it, David. Yeah, man. 11 battle cruisers in production at once here. 11. The Valks can't do anything about the incoming siege tanks, which is bad, but they can absolutely eat a carrier if given enough time to do so. They don't do a ton of damage against carrier bodies, as we can see there. Losing stuff, but replacing the supply with battle cruisers, yes. And the tides have turned here a little bit, right? Suddenly, there are tanks inside Scan's main base, causing issues. Disruption web being used to make sure enemy tanks can't fire. Dude, this is insane. This is really, really good. I think Scan might have done everything he can, but I just don't know. I mean, the battle cruisers are here, and battle cruisers in a straight-up fight against carriers do win cost for cost. But also, I don't know, attacking the individual carrier bodies is probably a better bet for carriers, or for BCs. Look at how almost dead two of these are. Attack the carrier bodies. Kill them. There you go. So at least the Corsair... Oh, no, not the Corsair. There they go. Corsair dies. Carrier dies. Wraith knows to attack the carrier body. Very smart. What's up, Ivan? Happy Sunday. Tanks just trying to get what damage they can done right now. Ugh. Almost got a big hit off there. 24 SCVs from Scan is not a lot of SCVs. But the BCs are doing work. Leebokgu making High Templar, making Zealots to deal with the Battlecruiser threat here. Arbiters would be really good against the Battlecruiser threat too. But once again, not interested. Just making Corsairs, which interesting. I don't know if that's what we want. I don't feel good about that decision making, actually. Battle cruisers on the warpath. The push and pull has resulted in yet another attack from the top right to the bottom left here. Battle cruiser versus carrier here, causing all sorts of issues. Trying to dodge the storms as well as he can. Battle cruisers are a little lurky. Lunky, not able to dodge all that much, but staying alive for the most part. Defensive Matrix Corsair versus Battlecruiser. Hot stuff, man. Scan only has 1,000 minerals and 300 gas left. He kind of needs to win with this push if he's going to win the game. I don't know if there's a path forward. Mottoing down the main nexus, or trying to anyway. I don't know if that's going to win him the game, but look at all these tanks just useless in base defense. Yeah, I'm thinking about splitting this off into its own video for sure, David. It's amazing. Mind control, battle cruiser play, lockdown, no nukes, but that's all right. And dude, Scan has to retreat. Scan, no, the enemy Goliaths are too good, even though they only have +1 attack. They're still really good against BCs. And what's the answer going to be? More battle cruisers, apparently. Trying to high ground it a little bit here. Oh, shoot. Back up. Back out of there. Is this it? Is this it for our friend Scan? We love Scan. But she just outnumbered too much. 300 to 150 supply is a massive massive disadvantage there in supply. Once again, enemy tanks have arrived, going after factories, other production, but we're just making battle cruisers, man. We're not worried about making more tanks for Goliath. Mass BCs will save us. Probably not true. And that's it. GG. Scan taps out. Woof. What an absolutely insanely great back and forth game there between these two players. Leebokgu, once he mind controlled that SCV, it was just too much. Scan wasn't going to be able to keep up. The battle cruisers were a fun idea. They did a lot of damage on the other side, but just too much bank here for Leebokgu, too much production available. Yeah, he lost some gateways. Yeah, he lost a couple factories, but at the end of the day, he had so many siege tanks. So many siege tanks, and then just enough Goliaths to handle these BCs, which is what Goliaths were built for sure. So that was great, man. So 2021 replay, RJB sent in. Be sure to check them out again at RJB TV. Fantastic source of fastest map replays especially. So that was magnifique. And Scan really played his heart out there, but just not enough income to keep up. And the PVT turns into a TVT for sure. Little zealot support, but largely this is a tank army, man. Tank Goliath army. TVT hilariousness. All right. Final score. Hey, what's up, Becca? Happy Sunday. 705,000 points from Leebokgu. 621,000 points from Barcode. Barcode. Produced 1,119 units, did Leebokgu. Ended up killing 600. Better ratios both compared to Scan. Structures raises a ton of damage there. And then this is a big key. That is a full 4,000, 14,000. No, wait. 158, 195, 40? 40,000 more resources spent? Yeah, that's good. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. So GG. Well done. And we'll keep the ball rolling. Yeah, so that's been a 39-minute incredible PVT that turned into a TVT between Scan and Leebokgu. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.